We were interested in addiction and depression, and we had some tissue that was given to us from a researcher up at OHSU. We were interested in kind of some sex differences that we see in addiction and depression. Females are twice as likely to experience clinical depression as males. Males are more likely to become addicted or have addictive symptoms than females.
Maybe there's circuits in the brain that are developing in the womb that predispose women to have a higher risk of depression than males. So we used sheep as an animal model, and we looked at serotonin cells in the developing brain.
For depression, we looked at the number of cells that were expressing an enzyme called TPH2, which stands for tryptophan hydroxylase 2, which is the rate-limiting enzyme in the synthesis of serotonin. We wanted to look at the levels of serotonin in the brain to see if differing testosterone levels resulted in changes in serotonin expression or presence. And then for the addiction study, we looked at the neurotransmitter dopamine.
Males will perform much riskier behaviors to get illicit drugs. And so we thought that we'll look at the dopamine system too, which is involved in reward. What we found was in the reward circuit, sure enough, consistent with our hypothesis, males have fewer dopamine cells in this circuit. There's many reasons why people become addicted to substances. Here we have, at least in an animal model, a suggestion, maybe one little piece of the pie that would suggest that there are differences here that might predispose a person to addictive behaviors.
Both addiction and depression are two diseases that affect the human population. If we can kind of disentangle what we think might be going on in the pathology of both diseases, there's potential to help a lot of people.